Hello, everybody. Friday. It's Friday. Got an itchy ass nose. What's up, everybody? Let me tweet out that I'm live today. On the docket, we got some stuff to go over. Gonna talk about game 3 or game 4 or game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. I still don't know the direction of this series, by the way. We're gonna look at this article that just dropped, actually, about an hour ago. Talk about some draft stuff, and then I have, for the first time in this stream's history, and maybe something that we will come back to, I have a PowerPoint presentation for you guys, a Google slide presentation. We're going to be going over every single NBA not every single one, but the major NBA broadcasting networks. I have grades for each of them. I've spent an amount of time I'm not proud of going over this, creating this PowerPoint. But it's going to be a banger. It's going to be an absolute banger. Wow, who knew we'd have so much free time during the finals, huh? Well, there's fucking 3 days off in between games. Did Grant Hill make the cut? What is Grant Hill on? Well, there's only, I think if they travel, they do 3 days in between. If they are 2 days in between, I guess, 2 full days, which feels like 100 years. But I'm excited about this PowerPoint presentation. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Live right now. You won't want to miss it. A beautiful and incredibly well-designed, graphic design-wise. No, a beautiful and ahead of its time graphic design-wise PowerPoint presentation grading the NBA broadcast. Slightly graphic design wise, yeah. Graphic design wise. NBA draft news. Game 4 of the finals talk. Get in here. Who do you guys think wins tonight? I really don't know where the series goes. I still don't know. I still don't know. Because Michael Porter Jr. and KPJ have done nothing in this series yet. They have done nothing. But MPJ might be done. Like, I keep seeing people say that Michael Porter Jr. is going to have his big game. He actually might not be playing much anymore. I watched Thinking Basketball's video, and good God, Michael Porter Jr.'s defense was so horrible the first few games of the series. And then there was a play in game 3 where you could see everybody on the team, the Nuggets gave up a 3. Everybody on the team screamed at Michael Porter Jr. And then Christian Brown comes in, and the rest is history. Denver wins. Here. I haven't done this in a long time. Gas up my fucking blast off tweet. Well, if the Nuggets win, it's 3-1, so it's pretty much a series deciding game. Yeah, if the Nuggets win tonight, the series is over for all intents and purposes. He either hired a Spider-Verse animators or it's Times New Roman. No, they need to hire anybody. You know, Spider-Verse, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going on Sunday. Spider-Verse animators actually reached out to me for some advice, and I told them, hey, man, I'm so busy with everything I've got going on here. You know, I can't commit to it time-wise. And, you know, that was just, they understood. They understood. If you randomly watch Denver and caught MPJ playing hard defensively, making threes, you'd think he's a top 20 player in the league. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, Jimmy's going to have to step up and have himself a big performance at some point. Suns' decision on Chris Paul could have a major impact on free agent market. Jake Fisher's came out about an hour ago. Our live stream ended afterwards, like before the Chris Paul news came out a couple days ago, huh? I don't know what to make of it. It makes sense financially for the Suns. If I had to guess, I would say that he goes back. Man, slightly, softball got you into shape. Well, you know, I take the offseason very seriously. Oh, wait, they made the chat way easier to interact with. Nice, YouTube. We're making progress. Man, you starting to look like Ethan Bernard, just a little bigger. What was Ethan Bernard? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Pray for Joe God, I'm not even finishing that. Matt. What are we going to do with you? Mo doesn't think like that. MPJ will still go over Brown. I was getting annoyed earlier today because I was listening to a podcast. I won't say which one. And the host was like, are we sure it's Brown and not Braun? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Braun. Are we discussing Slim Luka today? No. I have said I'm not doing the Luka Weight Watcher program. I do not give a shit until the season starts. It is a pointless endeavor. All right, let's read this article. I do know there's Mavs-related stuff in here. The point guard market will feature the most consequential dominoes of this NBA offseason, and that was before Chris Paul's future in Phoenix took center stage this week, adding another marquee name to the board. The Suns met with Paul and his representation Wednesday, according to multiple sources, and addressed the likelihood that Phoenix could waive the future Hall of Fame point guard before his $30.8 million salary becomes guaranteed June 28th. Still got 19 days before that, leaving the franchise on the hook for just $15.8 million of Paul's 23-24 salary. Again, what did I tell you guys? Leverage plays. Who stands to gain from this leaking? When Chris Haynes first reported it, and then Woj and Shams sort of walked back what Chris Haynes said, that they weren't going to waive him, but they were exploring their options. I immediately felt as if Chris Paul was the one who leaked that. Chris Paul's camp, at least, was the one who leaked that to Chris Haynes. In that scenario, an ideal, especially because Chris Haynes followed that up by saying Chris Paul still has a lot left in the tank and wants to play a few more years. In that scenario, the Suns' ideal outcome would be to retain Paul on a new contract at the veteran's minimum with the ability to add another rotation piece through the $5 million taxpayer mid-level exception. If Phoenix were to waive and stretch Paul's remaining salary, it would significantly reduce the Suns' year-to-year operating costs and allow Phoenix access to the full mid-level exception, but also disqualify the team from re-signing Paul. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but I think the Mavs can do something somewhat similar with Bertans. I could be wrong, though. So the Mavericks can waive and stretch Bertans and get the full mid-level? I highly doubt they don't do that. A formal communication of these scenarios is certainly a new development, yet this predicament for Phoenix and its floor general has been looming ever since Paul signed his 4-year, $120 million deal in 2021. Yeah, so I was looking into this. I was doing some more digging into this scenario, and apparently this was like going to happen always. Oh, God, here we go. You starting to look like Ethan Bernard, just a little bigger. Don't look it up. Slightly, don't look it up. Ethan Bernard. No, yeah. Yeah, get him out of here. You starting to look like Ethan Bernard, just a little bigger. Unbelievable. Absolutely. After everything I do for you guys, seriously. Yada, 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 yada. Phoenix front office was already exploring backcourt additions before the trade deadline. Okay, yeah. Hey, Jake Fisher, I like your stuff. Maybe just as somebody who writes online sometimes, let me tell you, let's go ahead and break up some of these paragraphs. They're very long. Kind of not pretty on the eye, but just very long. You know, just break it up. Right? I would say, boom, break it up right here. Like, it doesn't matter if it makes sense. It's just easier on the eye. That's just would be my critique. While Terry Rozier has often been rumored as a Suns target, seemingly since Phoenix registered interest in the combo guard when he reached 2019 free agency, the Suns front office, led by President and General Manager James Jones, has not recently pursued Rozier. Yeah, that would be weird. I don't get why they would do that. Phoenix does hold Knicks 6th Man of the Year finalist Emmanuel Quickley in high regard. Okay, so does a lot of people. Peyton Pritchard. That would be interesting. Kings guard Davion Mitchell is another rookie scale player who's been on the Suns' radar. Is he available? I removed Davion Mitchell from my bio, by the way. He was in my bio. He was in my bio for a while. And unfortunately, I had to move on. I replaced him with Jarris Walker. He's my new young guy that I'm planting my flag on. Monte Morris and Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent's getting more than the taxpayer exception this offseason. That much is certain. See, like, can we like trim this up, man? Most of the names, though, made greater sense as in-season upgrades over reserve guard campaign. So the Suns won't have a long list of premium options to replace Paul. Where's the Mavericks stuff in this? Vincent could command well above the full mid-level. I don't know about that. Well, yeah, what's up with the Fred VanVleet stuff? No rumblings or rumors about him. We will hear more glamorous sign and trade possibilities for Phoenix. Any team with championship aspirations and all-NBA talents like Durant and Devin Booker will start shopping at the glitzier edge of the market and then work downward. Oh, wait, but when the Mavericks do it, they're fucking idiots, huh? Portland has valued Suns center DeAndre Ayton in the past, sources told Yahoo Sports, but Phoenix is two assets strapped for any realistic chance of prying Damian Lillard. Oh, don't tell the Suns fan base this. I went and looked at their subreddit. Don't tell them this. They think like DeAndre Ayton could be like the centerpiece of a package for him. Lillard made notable waves this week when he told Showtime he views Brooklyn and Miami as viable destinations in the event he ever did request a trade. I literally called this. When this came out on Twitter, I said, here we go. Damian Lillard is like, for some reason, stoking the trade narratives, and he's going to come back a few days later and be like, I don't know why the fuck you guys are putting me in trades. And that exact thing happened. He went on Twitter last night, or he made a video last night and was like, guys, I don't want to get traded, man. Like, dude. What up, Josh? Dame in Miami makes a lot of sense. It actually does. KOC mentioned he'd be fine with Jarris at 4. Like, he himself would be fine with that. The Rockets probably wouldn't. Okay, see, I have a friend who's a Rockets fan, and I was talking to him about this last night. I don't like Amin Thompson. I just don't. But he does make some sense for the Rockets. Like, they kind of need to swing for, like, some huge upside. So he actually makes some sense for them. Whereas if the Mavericks are drafting 3rd or 4th overall, I'm taking Jarris Walker. James specifically said he's not going to the Heat, though. I know he said he does not want to play in Boston. I thought that was hilarious. And then there's the idea of Phoenix exchanging Paul for James Harden, which has quietly circulated around some league personnel since the NBA draft combine in Chicago. What are they doing? Ishbia might be bad, honestly. Yeah, he said if they win the finals. He did say that. Ishbia might be on his Mark Cuban shit, except he actually made the move for the gigantic big fish. They need some depth. James Harden, what is that going to do for you? You may remember Paul pulled that exact maneuver to join Harden in Houston in 2017. Harden, though, stands to gain quite a bit more financially from either staying pat with the 76ers or returning to the Rockets. Here we go. If there's one dreamy framework that could become a reality, let's not forget Phoenix strong overtures to acquire Kyrie Irving, another key point guard of this offseason, before Brooklyn dealt the dazzling ball handler to Dallas. The Suns backed off their pursuit of Irving and refocused on landing a bigger prize in Durant, but Phoenix officials haven't just abandoned the interest they held in Irving 4 months ago. That would require some cooperation from the Mavericks, go fuck yourself, who have so far signaled little willingness to entertain a possible sign and trade for Irving with the Lakers, sources said. Dallas, of course, hopes to retain Irving after mortgaging 2 key rotation pieces plus a 2029 first-round pick to acquire him. But if Irving were to call his shot out of town, perhaps the Mavericks would be more willing to work with a return that netted Paul as opposed to Los Angeles point guard D'Angelo Russell. Why don't you go and fuck yourself? Huh? How about that one? How about that one? The Harden, Kyrie, Durant trio looked unstoppable when together. It's hard to imagine the Booker version of that trio not being similar. Dude, but okay, let's just say they do that. Who else is playing on the team? Like, that was their whole problem. Who else was playing on their team? Is Ish Wainwright still going to get minutes? Is Jock Landale, who actually didn't do the half bad, but is Jock Landale still going to get minutes? If so, I don't care. Twitter notification. Washington Wizards. Don't care, Woj. Woj, you've been I might turn off no-dos for you, man. You've been killing me lately. I don't know. Jock really just fouled the shit out of Jokic the entire time and really got called for it. That's true. What's with the mortgaging 2 rotational pieces like they traded Aaron Gordon, KCP, and 2 picks for someone who doesn't fit? I mean, they were key rotation pieces. You basically just replaced Dinwiddie with Kyrie, though, which is a massive upgrade, obviously. But Dorian Finney-Smith was a big rotation piece. So again, it's all fun and games when another team wants to have 3 big guys, but when the Mavericks do it, it's like a huge laughingstock joke. This shit is so fucking funny to me. Colin Cowherd explains why Jamal Murray isn't a superstar. Okay, all right, hold on. Before I even listen to this, which I don't want to, but I will. But before I even do, one, make sure you guys like the stream. If you haven't liked that already, helps me out tremendously. That's YouTube. Know we're having a great time, of which we are. But before I even watch this, is this really a debate? Okay, how do I... All right, I do... Okay, YouTube, I appreciate this addition here, but okay. Before I even listen to this, are we really doing the Jamal Murray superstar thing? Like, seriously? No, it's not questionable, man. Jamal Murray is not a superstar. I'm sorry, what? The definite... People just throw that term around so fucking loosely. Give it another 5 years, every player in the NBA is going to be a superstar. Every player in the NBA. That's how, like, especially news outlets, but especially, like, conservative news outlets, whenever they're really backing a player, they'll always go with the superstar in his cancer. Like, wait, what? NBA megastar Miles Leonard.
Admit Jamal Murray's a superstar. 2 words. Good hell. Messi, Steph, LeBron, Mahomes. Jamal Murray has 1.1 million Instagram followers. Lonzo Ball has 17 million. LiAngelo Ball has 3. Superstar equals popularity, not just production.
Don't agree. Okay, see, this is where I don't agree. I don't. For me, like, a superstar thing is much more of a... Like, my definition of superstardom in basketball is all, like, on court. I get the popularity aspect of it, but
Star equals high production in your sport. Devin Booker's a star. Jaylen Brown's a star, an all-star. They're very productive, very good players in their sport. Christian Yelich in baseball, Brewers, that's a star. Superstar is production, endorsements, popularity titles. You get mobbed at the mall. You've got multiple, Travis Kelce maybe, or a Patrick Mahomes, multiple national commercials, 10 million plus, 15 million plus on Instagram. People freak out when they see you. John Elway is bigger today in Denver than Jamal Murray. John Elway hasn't played in like 20 years, 30 years. When did John Elway play last? So star equals production. Superstar is production plus titles, plus popularity, plus endorsements, plus people freaking out in a mall. TV networks literally...
okay, that's a dumb qualification for a superstar. That's a dumb qualification for a superstar. I honestly get where he's coming from, though. But if we're just doing on-court stuff, dude, there's... Like, come on. There are 7 superstars in the NBA, maybe? Like, 7 superstars? Does Jamal Murray actually have the production of a superstar, though? I think Jamal Murray's knocking on top 30, yeah, but that top 30 is not a superstar, dude. Like, you probably go top 7 is your superstardom. And I've said this earlier. Tatum is like the new Paul George, where he's either your line in the sand where, okay, he's the last superstar or he's the last star. Like, if you're over Tatum, you're a superstar. If you're behind Tatum, you're a star. Whichever way you want to do. Yeah, I mean, but Cowherd's take, like, LaMelo Ball is one of the biggest superstars in the NBA. He's absurdly popular. John Morant would be a superstar. What's your list of superstars? I mean, I just look at my top 7. I don't know. Giannis, Jokic, Steph, Luka, Embiid. Still think Embiid's a superstar. Kawhi, when healthy, is a superstar, but he's never healthy, so I can't even put him in that list anymore. Is KD still a superstar? What? Okay. I've heard this twice now in the past 2 days. Zach Lowe said it, that Jokic had stolen the best player in the world mantle from Giannis, which true, and Kevin Durant. And somebody else said it. I forgot who. Somebody on Bill Simmons' podcast was like, well, KD's still in the best player in the world mix. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Since when? Since when has KD actually been in the mix for best player in the world? It's been like 5 or 6 years. He was not very good in the playoffs. Got swept last year and really was not very good this year. Like, he put up pretty good numbers, but he just was not, he wasn't the efficiency that he was. Yeah, that year where they went toe-to-toe with the Bucks and almost beat them, that was like, okay, KD might be the best player in the world. But then Giannis won it that year, and that was it. If Embiid is a superstar, so is Big Purr. Ja's not a superstar, man. Do we really think Ja's a superstar? In terms of popularity, sure. Is KD still better than guys like Jimmy or Tatum? Yeah. You know what, guys? It's like I have this thing where once a player gets eliminated and I don't have to worry about the idea of that player, a player who I might have an agenda against, once they lose, I can then look at them from a non-biased lens. I was a little too harsh on Jason Tatum at times. Admittedly. Now that he's out of the playoffs and I don't have to worry about the annoying agendas that would have started had he won a championship, I can now say I was maybe a little harsh on him at times. At times. Zion got these OnlyFans women calling him out on Twitter right now. It's incredible. Dude, that whole shit's embarrassing as fuck for everybody involved. Like, it was kind of funny at first, but now it is just embarrassing on all fronts. And isn't the woman who's doing that like in her 30s? It's like, holy shit. Grow up. You are embarrassing yourself. NBA ratings are down bad. They're actually doing pretty good. I was actually shocked as to how well this finals has been doing ratings wise. And I saw something from the NBA Communications Twitter account. Fansided posted 5 veteran players in free agency that can mentor Luka. We gotta guess Goran Dragic is on there. Gonna take a wild stab in the dark. Funny story, I used to write for Fansided way back in the day. Way back in the day. Unpaid. And like in the back end, I got to see how much money was made, and I was like, wait a second. Why am I being unpaid exactly? 5 veteran free agents to Dallas Mavericks could sign him into Luka Doncic. What the fuck is going on? I thought I had my ad blocker on. I do. Yep. What did I tell you guys? Goran Dragic. Jeff Green. Taj Gibson. Ish Smith. George Hill. Okay. KD is still... Okay. Are we so sure KD's better than Devin Booker? I mean, in the playoffs, it wasn't the case. Bro, I just did an app to write for Fansided. Should I just scrap that idea? They want me to write a sample? No, if you want to write, just do it. I did it and I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I just I was like in the middle of a very busy semester in college where I also had a job and was in college, so I didn't have really the time to do it all. And it being unpaid, but I don't know if like they could have changed. This was honestly a long time ago. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, but Deepak had some sort of out of body performance. That shit won't happen ever again. Bro, is this article saying the best 36-plus-year-olds fantasy team for the Mavs? I mean, I get where he's coming from. Best vets. I've been saying for a while the Mavs need some legit vets. I actually got dragged on Twitter once for saying it because I said the Mavericks hadn't really had a vet. And people were like, Dirk. And I was like, okay, well, Dirk was there 1 year. Okay, Boyan. If the Mavericks trade the 10th overall pick for Boyan, it might be a while until you guys hear from me. I think Book is closer to superstar than Tatum, honestly. That's a take I can get behind right there. That's a take I can get behind. Whenever we do my top 100 list, which is going to be sooner rather than later, I'm thinking I want to get into that the first stream the moment the finals end. We go right to the updating my top 100 players list, and then that way we can 100% focus on everything else. I'm like a stay-at-home dad kind of life, so the writing seems hype. Yeah, man, if you want to do it, do it. Like I didn't want to like my editors and everything were really cool. I did enjoy doing it, but it was it just didn't have the time. What's wrong with Boyan? Nothing's wrong with Boyan. I'm just not giving up the 10th overall pick for him. That's fucking insanity. True, he's also bald, but as we've mentioned though, when it comes to NBA, that's actually a good thing. The trade for beef stew or Duran and Boyan, they're not going to trade Duran, dude. Have you seen Caruso? Yeah, and I mean, an elite defender. Completely bald. Maybe there's Maybe there's something about being good on defense and bald. Maybe we need to look a little bit into that. Because now that I'm thinking about all the great bald players, they're all good defenders. MJ, Kobe, Caruso. Who am I missing? Like Larry Bird had a full head of hair, and he wasn't known for his defense, really. Kid, great one. Gary Payton was bald. Let's see Bill Russell's hairline. Bill Russell, Celtics. Like, let's just see what his hairline was looking like. Maybe we're onto something here, guys. Oh, that's a great hairline. Great hairline. Great hairline. Rest in peace to the legend. Shaq. Doesn't count. They didn't have microplastics back then. No, Ben Wallace had good hair, didn't he? What 2K was Ben Wallace on the cover of? Yeah, Ben Wallace had legendary hair, actually. Oh, yeah. We're starting to lose some steam here on this theory, guys. Tim Duncan has a great set of hair. We lost some steam on this. We've lost some steam. Yes, okay, yes, guys. I've seen the fucking picture of Luka skinny. Okay, looks great. Hairline receding. That's what I'm actually the most exciting. That's what I'm the most excited about. Okay. Anthony Jones. True, KG was bald too. He does look good, admittedly, but until I see it on the court, I really don't care.
build around you without mentioning the team. Shaq and Kobe coming to town. Don't even have to mention the Lakers. We see the jersey. So there's a big gap between star. There's a lot of stars. Okay, Taylor Swift is a superstar. Taylor Swift is bigger than anybody in America in sports by a mile. She's 1,000 times bigger than Patrick Mahomes. If Taylor Swift pulled up to this studio and Mahomes did, and there were 1,000 people, 900 would surround Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that's only because people don't really give a shit about the NFL. Like, people just watch it as a background noise. That's why. Don't get me started on the NFL. Is Taylor Swift bigger than LeBron? I would push back against that a little bit, but I do agree with him. Like, Taylor Swift is... what the hell? Wait, how did we even get to Taylor Swift in this Jamal Murray conversation? What? How did we even get there? The NFL killed Slightly Dog and family. No, it just killed me with boredom. Just a boring ass sport and easy. Just so boring. No, 900 would swarm Mahomes, not Swift. No, I actually agree with him here. Like, Taylor Swift is definitely way bigger than Patrick Mahomes. If Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes were in the same place, people would go towards Taylor Swift. I agree with him 100%. Messi, well, in America, it would be different. I don't know. Obviously not in Europe, though, or anywhere where soccer is big, or Argentina. Austin Reeves is... She is satanic. Taylor Swift? What? What I found funny this morning was that the Mavericks would pick up Jared Allen from the Cavs in a 3-team trade involving the Nets. I tweeted you about Mavs trading for Claxton. I'm like so done with mock trades. You just can't. Well, I kind of want to read this too. I like Michael Scotto's stuff. Mavericks give up Bertans and Maxi Kleber and get back Boyan and Claxton. Oh, wait. Dallas get Claxton, Bogdan, Nets second round pick. Nets get Maxi, Bertans, and Duran. And Pistons second round pick. Dallas 2025 second round pick. Pistons get Dorian O'Neal in 2027 first from Mavs. I don't think the Pistons do this. Pistons definitely don't do this. And I don't think the Nets do this either. More recognizable, Matt Healy or Jamal Murray? That's actually a good question. Me personally, like, I wouldn't know who the fuck Matt Healy was before like 2 weeks ago. LOL, we'll look it up. Why does she have Baphomets and demons in her videos? You want to know why? Because they look cool. Oh, this is just a Pistons thing? Oh, I don't actually care. What if the Mavs give number 10 pick to Pistons? Does it work well? For what? For Boyan? Dude, that's disgusting. That's so disgusting. I want to hear the truth about why Damon's throwing on the shade of Portland. Because we've theorized this before. Damian Lillard wants to get traded, but he doesn't want to be the one who says it. Like, that's so obviously the reason. He wants to get traded. He wants to get traded, but he doesn't want to be the one who says it. All right, before you get into our PowerPoint presentation, which I can't wait. We need to talk about one more thing. John Elway today is bigger than Jokic in Denver, to be honest. Yeah, that's okay, so that's like saying, okay, before Kobe passed, rest in peace, Kobe was bigger in Los Angeles than LeBron was when LeBron was there. Does that mean LeBron's not a superstar? That's just a dumb way of looking at it. Mavs have high praise for prospect Anthony Black after pre-NBA draft workout. This is interesting to me. A little bit shocking. Unexpected, I guess. Not shocking. Anthony Black's really good. I like him a lot. But shocking that the Mavericks would be in on him. This could feel like a smokescreen. I agree. I was just about to say, this could very easily be, all right, listen. Everybody knows we want to trade our pick. I have Anthony Black 6th on my big board, by the way. On my terrible big board. Ahead of the Thompson twins. But anyways, this does kind of feel like, okay, everybody knows we want to trade our pick. Let's go ahead and make it seem like we really love a guy at 10. But I tweeted out yesterday that if I were Anthony Black's agent, who I do know is Bill Duffy, who is also Luka's agent. But if I were his agent, I would not want him to go to the Mavericks. It just doesn't make sense for him fit-wise. It would make much more sense for him to go to like Orlando or Utah. I would say Washington, but I feel like he also needs other playmakers around him as well. And I don't know where the hell Washington is going. Apparently, Anthony Black could slip per Locked On Big Board. They're saying Case and Wallace may have a top 10 promise, and it's looking like Bilal going number 9 to Utah. You just can't believe any of this stuff at this time, man. You just can't. Nobody knows anything. Everything is so uncertain right now. Lively is God tier, like Zeus, the god of the thunder. But people misunderstood that tweet as me saying I don't like Anthony Black. I do very much like Anthony Black. My only dilemma. My only dilemma is that for him, I don't think it would maximize his ceiling. But I like him a lot, though. I think he could play the 3 immediately. What up, Ahmed? If 18-year-old LeBron was in this draft, you think Wemby would still go number 1? That's actually a great question. No, I think LeBron would go number 1 still. They would immediately say, oh, Wemby's a little bit taller and can get hurt. And that would just be all the logic you need. Wait, I forgot. Do you like Kyle Kuzma? Do I want to pay Kyle Kuzma $30 million a year? Yeah, Anthony Black, being another creator, high IQ guy who could help keep possessions active, would be pretty nice, actually. Mavericks don't have too many of those guys. If we're going to lose Kyrie or trade Hardy, maybe drafting Black is a long-term solution. That's true. If you lose Kyrie Irving, this makes a lot more sense. And I do think drafting a player like Anthony Black opens the door to like a Josh Green trade, makes a lot more sense. You know, you could just replace Josh Green with Anthony Black if you're just not that excited about paying Josh Green right now, which I wouldn't blame them. little too similar to Josh. Might need to trade one for a bigger player. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Anthony Black opens the door for you to trade Josh Green if that's what you want to do. I do agree though. I don't think Anthony Black's gonna be there. Tampa, I don't know. I don't know anything. Nobody fucking knows anything. Nobody knows anything at all. Yeah, Anthony Black's a really good defender. He can defend 1 through 3. I saw Coach Spins Box and One, who does great stuff, had him as the second best defender in the class behind Wemby. His finals are all right. I can't wait for the draft in the offseason. No, the finals have been really good. I'm not going to lie. The vibes are so good. The Rangers right now. I kind of left Mavs Twitter for a bit. Oh, I've been out of Mavs Twitter. I've been out of it. I have curated my timeline in a way in which I just see NBA stuff. Not necessarily Mavs stuff. It's just too much. It's too much. I try not to spend much of my day thinking about them. And unfortunately on streams, it just always goes back to it because that's all you guys ever want to talk about. Oh, speaking of talking about the Mavs, I am going back on Bleacher Report. Well, I haven't confirmed yet, but end of June, I'll be going back again to get berated by the Bleacher Report stands, get screamed at by them and yelled at by them. So I'll be back. Thankfully, this time it's not trades. It's more so a full off-season thing. We're going to start Bullock and Powell in the starting lineup, right? Bullock could start. There's just no way Dwight Powell starts. I just think for optics, they'll bring in somebody. It is dark as shit outside. Is it about to rain? All right. Is it time? Is it time for the PowerPoint? I've been in both those streams. It's chaos so bad. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's interesting. Like, I don't have control of what goes on the screen, so it makes it a little bit weird. What up, KS? DJ Khaled mock drafts can be fire. That would be funny as shit. Wemby will be hurt within the first 2 years. I just don't like assuming injuries for a guy who's been like actually relatively healthy, playing in a pretty high, like pretty competitive environment. What do you think about Mark Cuban said Kai Soto did well in the workout? What do you think? I don't know anything about him. I did see that though. I did see that though. All right, it's time for the PowerPoint presentation. I'm standing up. I'm raising my desk. This is how serious this is about to get. All right. Let's get some Ralphs in the chat for this huge occasion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first slightly biased PowerPoint presentation. Today we're going to be grading the different NBA broadcasting networks. Not all of them, but a few of them. Created by yours truly. Me. We've got all the big players, all the ones that you can expect. We are starting with we're going to look at all their songs too. Valley Sports. Kind of grew on me over the years. You hear this song, you just know the Mavericks are about to embarrass themselves. Decent song. Decent song. We'll give them props for that. But immediately we get into the dog shit. That is Bally Sports. Score bug. Horrible. What is this monstrosity? What is this monstrosity of a score bug? First and foremost, the ticker region way over there takes up more space on the bottom of the screen than the actual score of the game. Absolutely terrible. You don't know how many timeouts each team has. You don't know the foul situation. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't even work. Sometimes they don't even have the fucking shot clock working. Just terrible. We don't like the big, gigantic ones at the bottom. Do they know this? This looks so bad. And it's not just their score bug, okay? Their branding in general is terrible. And they're bankrupt. They're brokies. But the branding is so weird. Like, look at that studio. Like, does that do anything for you guys? It might just be nostalgia, but at least the Fox Sports stuff, you know, it meant something. Like, when you saw it, you just kind of felt like it's, you know, you're about to watch your favorite team play. Like, I've had a long day. Let me unwind. This is just like, it feels so corporate. Looks like an SNL skit set. It does. It feels so corporate. Don't forget start times being a suggestion, not real. Well, that's not Bally Sports' fault, to be fair. That is not Bally Sports' fault. Maybe Diamond Sports will allow Dish to work with them. I don't know. And Bally Sports Southwest isn't even on YouTube TV anymore. Not even on YouTube TV anymore. Absolutely terrible, Bally Sports. They're horrible. And they're bankrupt. I don't even know if they're going to be around next year. I already know some of the baseball teams that use them have gone on to greener pastures and are no longer showing their games on Bally Sports. So I don't even know what the future holds for Bally Sports. But hopefully it's not with us. Final grade, F. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Can't wait for you to be gone forever, Bally Sports. Next up, we're going to take a look at NBA League Pass. Okay, not necessarily a broadcasting network, but just League Pass as a whole. I love the quad box. They didn't have it for most of the season. They added it towards the end. The commentary teams are good. But that's not Bally Sports, though. That's the teams themselves. So Bally Sports does not get a pass for that. That is the teams themselves who select the broadcasters. The quad box is nice. Although I will say this about the quad box. It's a little too much. I thought I liked the quad box. I did it again this season, and I realized this isn't the way to watch a sporting event. This isn't the way to watch a sporting event. A couple of gripes with League Pass. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's very glitchy. Sometimes the quality is very bad. For some very strange reason, and this wasn't just me, I saw it, but for some very strange reason, yeah, it logs me out all the time, and I have to clear my cache in order for it to work. It's the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. Oh, we're going to get to crunch time here in a bit. Crunch time I'm not putting here. But yeah, the app on the phone is terrible, and yes, it does just sometimes not work. But compared to the other versions, like the other sports, it's not horrible. I think MLB's is the best. I don't know anything about the hockey one, but it's not horrible. And I'll give them some props for this. If you pre-ordered NBA 2K23 Championship Edition, I would never recommend playing this dog-ass game. Horrible game. Would never recommend buying it to anybody. Horrible fucking game. Terrible. One of the worst. Horrible. But if you did buy this and pre-ordered the Championship Edition, whatever edition that is, you got a free year of League Pass. Which, if you're going to get 2K and you're interested in getting League Pass anyway, this was a pretty damn good deal. This reminds me, way back in the day, some of you guys might remember, there was always this deal. There was always this deal with Sports Illustrated in Madden, where if you if you renewed your Sports Illustrated membership, you got a free copy of Madden. And that's how I always got Madden every year. My dad would renew Sports Illustrated, and I would get Madden from it. But so this was a cool deal. I like it. It's smart on the NBA's part. Get more people, because hey, listen. I don't know how much this shit costs. Oh, League Pass actually is not as expensive as it used to be, right? Didn't they lower the cost pretty significantly? What's it, like $20 a month or something? I mean, if you used it, that's very much worth it. Very much worth it. I am wearing heart-shaped sunglasses because I'm a lover. Oh, $15 a month. That's an incredible deal. If you use it, that will pay itself off almost immediately. What was I saying? I like this because if you play NBA 2K, 98% of people who play online on NBA 2K do not even follow basketball or even know what basketball is. So getting them into League Pass is smart. Is smart. I like it. Final grade for them? Go with a C. Going with the C. Where's the audio? Yeah. They're getting a C. It's good. It's fine. The price is pretty good. Doesn't work a lot, though. Doesn't work. Every now and then. Every now and then it fucks up. Next up on our list, we have NBA TV, NBA Center Court. Why does the audio stop playing sometimes? A bit of a banger. Why are they always so intense? So intense. Oh, that bundle is $150. Wait, here's the breakdown. I love it. It sounds like a 2000s, like, emo, new metal song right here. I hate myself. Elite score bug. One of the absolute best. Small, in the corner, tells me everything I need to know. Wait, what is going on in this game? 84-48. I just grabbed this off of Google. But elite score bug. I see timeouts. I see who's in the bonus. Shot clock. Nothing crazy. It just gets the job done. Bally Sports, take notes. This is what we want. This is what actually Valley Sports, don't even bother. You're not going to be around much longer. But this is what the people want. Whoever comes to replace Valley Sports. Slightly biased studios. This is what the people want right here. They got a decent halftime crew. You got Steve Smith, Isaiah Thomas. I don't remember this guy's name, but he's pretty solid. Every now and then they'll have like every now and then somebody bigger will stop in and say what's up. Sometimes Dwayne Wade will be on. It'll be a fucking nightmare. But not a bad halftime crew. Not a bad halftime crew. And then we have crunch time. Let's talk about crunch time. I'm putting crunch time in with NBA TV. Crunch time in theory sounds so good. I wanted it too. Like, it made so much sense. NFL replicate what, or NBA replicate what the NFL's got going on. There's just a lot of problems with it, unfortunately. There's just, unfortunately, quite a bit of problems. But I think most of the problems aren't their fault. Like, I was doing some research on this. They have it in their, like, contract, the broadcasting rights. They can't show games in the fourth quarter from 6 minutes left to 2 minutes left. They are not allowed, because of broadcasting rights, to show that stretch of game, which ruins quite a bit of fun. Ruins a bit of the fun. Ain't Steve Smith a football player that works for broadcasting NFL? There's a lot. Steve Smith's a pretty common name. Steve and Smith, like the most common names. Steve Smith just does things for the YouTube channel. No, he's on the halftime crew sometimes, I thought. But anyway, the crunch time stuff. The broadcasting rights kind of ruined it a little bit. I think Greenberg does a pretty good job. But it's also a reason why the NFL works so much is there's 45 minutes in between each and every play in an NFL game, right? They'll hike the ball. They'll run 3 yards. There will be 45 minutes of break. Somebody's getting ambulanced off the field. There's 14 commercial breaks. There's a timeout. Fans are throwing trash on the field because the refs are so bad. Whatever the case may be, you got a lot of time in between plays, so it's a little bit more seamless. NBA's hard, right? It's fast-paced. It's quick action. It's boom, 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 back and forth. It's hard to bounce around, really. It's hard to bunch around. It's hard to jump around the way that you can do it easily with red zone, again, because, you know, NFL games are so fucking slow-paced. Like, oh, shit. So it's like, you know, it's easier to focus in on the plays. So anyways, crunch time, good idea in theory. A few reasons why it hasn't really clicked yet. And maybe they can find something. Maybe they can figure something out. You know, if they need help, I'm open to it. I'm a little bit busy, so you're going to have to work around my schedule. But NBA TV, I am open to it. Hit me up. I'll give some advice. It leads to the final grade for NBA TV being, what they gave him, a solid B+. A solid B+. Solid. I never leave thinking it was bad. You know, it's not amazing. It's not great, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done. They focus on basketball. They focus on the games. There's no other dumb shit going on. I appreciate that. It's not incredible, but it just gets the job done. Okay? B+. What's there to contest about NBA TV? It's just fine. Yes, the blackout stuff's bad. The blackout stuff is annoying, but that's not really their fault. That's not their fault. Gonna be honest, if I can't watch the end of the game, it's an F. It's boring, but it just gets the job done, man. It just gets the job done. Yeah, but the blackout stuff exists for, like, that's not their fault. I can't hold that against them. That'd be like me holding the blackout stuff against the league pass. Like, it's not their fault. Here we go. Horrible song. They replaced their very good song with this dog diarrhea song. Terrible song. Let's immediately get into the garbage pile that is ESPN, NBA on ESPN. What is this monstrosity, huh? Look at this. What did the old song sound like? I don't know if these songs are going to get me fucked. It's very possible. This is what their old song sounded like. Ba, 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 ba. Classic. That was a great song. That was good. You knew you were going to get into the game. Now it's just... This is their terrible score bug from this year's NBA Finals. This is not a regular season game. This is not the Detroit Pistons versus the fucking Charlotte Hornets on a Wednesday night. This is the NBA Finals. Look how terrible it is. It's so horrible. What is that? You couldn't incorporate the trophy anywhere? Like, you couldn't make it somewhat interesting? Somewhat interesting. You couldn't do that. And to make matters worse when you're watching the games, their ticker will pop up on the bottom of the screen, and it will take up 75% of the screen. And it's essentially like a Star Wars title crawl for their ticker going down. And the game's just a little tiny bit at the top. You're just like, what the hell's going on in the game? I can't see because it's telling me how Dalvin Cook just got released. I don't give a shit. It's horrible. Score bug is terrible. I don't like that they have the seeds. Am I the only one that thinks that's stupid? This isn't a college basketball game. I don't care about the seeds. I know already. Like, I already know. It makes it feel weird to me. It makes it feel like a college basketball game. I don't like having the seeds there. It doesn't make any sense. Compare this to last year's NBA Finals. Still not great. Gonna be honest with you. Still not very good, but better. You have the trophy off to the side. You have the NBA Finals logo. You know, there's some pageantry there. Where's the pageantry? It's the finals. I want some pageantry. It's supposed to be a little fun. This was their score bug in the 2019 finals. Which one do you think is better? I kind of like the top one a little bit more, admittedly. Yeah, NBA on NBC was the GOAT. I actually think I like this top one a little bit more, truth be told. But man. And yeah, you have the interviews in the middle of the game. We don't want to see them. They experimented briefly with the terrible walkout interviews. You guys remember those? They were walking out of the locker room. The cameraman, God bless him, just... The reporter's walking alongside the coach. Hey, coach. Yeah, how are you guys going to handle their zone in the third quarter? The coach is just trying to walk to the bench. Yeah. So they're bumping into people. Yeah, sorry. We're going to try to beat the zone. We're going to try to get better shots. Coach, in the second quarter, Nikola Jokic had 12 points. How do you limit him on the glass? Yeah, we just got to play the tighter defense. Wow, that's every fucking interview. We don't want them. They're terrible. Here's a great moment from this finals. A gigantic ass graphic that's taking up the entire court in the middle of a play.
44% of the Heat's points in this playoff run has been scored by the undrafted players, and a backcourt violation. One of those undrafted players just made an excellent defensive play.
Oh, nice. Backcourt violation. One of those players just made... Oh, too bad we couldn't see it.
Buckets all playoffs. 44% of the Heat's points in this playoff run has been scored by...
What is that doing up there? The game is going on. They also made an executive They also made an executive decision at some point to not show inbound passes. And it's such a mundane thing. It's such a lame thing. I hate it though. I want to see the entire game. Okay? I don't want bits and pieces. I want to see everything that's happening on the court. I don't want you to come back from a commercial or back from a dog shit interview and they're already in their half court set and there's 12 seconds left on the shot clock. I don't want that. I want to watch them bring the ball up. I promise you, nothing you're doing is more interesting than them walking the ball up the floor. Like the most boring part of a basketball game is more interesting than whatever the hell you've got going on. Okay? Please get that through your head. Please get that through your thick skull. Hey, Slightly, I know you're glad to have me on stream. Hey, Red. When we come back and the guard has already brought the ball past half court scores, I'm telling you, it's so bad. I'm trying to watch the game. I do not care about what you have going on. Okay?
Players for the Heat have been making buckets.
Which leads me to this. Why not show the interview like 30 seconds for a timeout? You know what? Why not just cut the commercial break 30 seconds shorter? Show the interview live as it's happening. A little bit better, a little bit more cool that way. And then have like an ad off to the side. Like have the interview in a little box and just have the whole screen be an ad. Why can't you just do that? Here's their halftime crew, a complete and total disaster. Admittedly, I don't watch a second of it. The moment halftime comes, I'm going to do something. TV's muted, whatever. So they might have changed it. Jalen Rose, Wilbon, Steven Smith, Greeny. What an unmitigated disaster this group is. And sometimes there's even more. Sometimes Perk is here. Sometimes Perk is here. Sometimes, who else comes? Sometimes they'll throw JJ Redick in there. Sometimes Richard Jefferson's in the mix. This is an unmitigated disaster. This bunch right here. And yeah, sometimes they do have 6 people. And you know what? Sometimes I can't even blame them. I saw this Reddit post a few days ago. Their halftime show during the NBA Finals is 66% ads. 67% ads. 2/3 ads. They don't even get a chance to talk. So they gotta fire in their quick hot takes really quickly. It'll be like, Greeny will be like, and welcome back. Jalen Rose, what do you think about Jokic? Jokic is one of the best players in the league. I really love Steve. Jokic is not the best player in the league. Wilbon's like, back in my day, Magic Johnson was the best player in the league. All right, we'll be back after this. It's like, wow, that was the worst thing I've ever experienced. And really, the entirety of these shows it's an extension of the Stephen A. Smith show. Stephen A. Smith should be making $50 million a year. I'm being dead serious. He should be making bare minimum $50 million a year. They should just take turns saying the words. They should just read the teleprompter, and every one of them says it. Every single one of them. That way, they all get a fair amount of screen time. Every single one of them says a different word. Welcome back to the NBA Finals on ESPN. Just a terrible, terrible halftime show. It's a slap in the face, really. It's like so bad that it's embarrassing. They clearly don't care about you as the viewer. Clearly don't care about you. Just a smack in the face. Doris Burke, Mark Jones, who's been in the... Mark Jones, what is going on with him? Mark Jones hates Nikola Jokic, and it's very strange. I don't understand why. I used to actually like this pairing quite a bit. I used to actually really like Doris Burke, to be honest with you. I thought she was really good. I thought she did a very good job of balancing what was going on in the game and making it interesting. She was terrible this year. Horrible. She was horribly bad this year. It feels like she's reached a point where, it's like, man, I'm watching a basketball game. Like, it's a fun experience. It's not this life or death. This is the biggest thing in the history of our existence. It's a fun basketball game. And sometimes she just she tries to be so poetic, I feel sometimes, that it just goes way, way, way over the top. And Mark Jones. Oh, brother. He is hard to listen to now. It's like they both have become like characters of themselves. It's so bad. Doris Burke will be like, oh, stop it, De'Aaron. What a dunk. Poetry in motion. The ebbs and flow of life. Sometimes there's a conclusion, but it's never final. Like, what? And then Mark Jones would be like, oh, De'Aaron Fox just rizzed that rim. Is he the new Riz God? It's like, oh, this sucks. De'Aaron him Fox? Yeah. No. It's De'Aaron him. Or was it De'Aaron him? That's what they kept calling him? Or was it De'Aaron him Fox? Smoking on that Philly pack. It just has reached a point now. I like some of his other stuff. When he said it took his cornbread or whatever, that's funny. Because I had never really heard that before. Like, that sounds like an older, Yes, but it has reached how do you do fellow kids territory, and it's not good. Oh, yeah, the 21, can you do something for me? It's like, holy shit, man. Please stop. Please. See, I actually like He's Hotter Than Fish Grease. That one is good. He's Hotter Than Fish Grease is good. Those are the good ones. The trying to insert TikTok Gen Z Zoomer slang into the fucking broadcast is not good at all. He's not always there when you call. See, that's what I'm saying. Mark Jones has some legendary phrases, but it's like this year he's just he's been on TikTok the whole year. It's horrible. Then we have this crew right here. Breen, Van Gundy, Jackson. I guess maybe a bit of deep in his bag like the fries are at the bottom. Yeah, he has some legendary ones. I guess this is probably a bit of an unpopular opinion here. I actually really like this group. I do. Breen is incredible, first and foremost. He's amazing. I think they're pretty funny. Like, they kind of strike the balance I want, where it's a game. Like, people get mad at them for rambling, but it's like, what do you want them to do sometimes? What do you want them to do? Like, you want them to just talk endlessly about it? Like, it's okay for them to fill a little bit of dead air with some interesting stories. I think it's okay. I think they're a little bit better. The Twitter memes are hilarious. Breen is awesome. Van Gundy's rants are always a little entertaining, sometimes a little out of place, but they're always a little entertaining. Mark Jackson's, he's got some catchphrases too. Mama, there goes that man. Come on, that's a classic one. Mama, there goes that man. Wait. Mamu, what's his last name? Mamu Shushkavelli or whatever? Mamu, there goes that man. Oh, Mason, that was a good one. We used to have a 3-point line. We used to only have 2 announcers. That was a funny ass one. That was funny. They're pretty funny, man. Yeah, Jackson's corny though in a fun way. Where like Mark Jones passes the line where it is no longer fun. No longer fun. It used to be fun, but he has passed it into, I'm trying to be a Zoomer. This is no longer funny. I like they are the saving grace of ESPN broadcasts through and through. Everything else is utter dog shit. Allow me to have this dance, hand down, man down. Breen's voice is great. Bang is the most classic one. Way Off is a sneaky classic one too. Like Way Off is a sneaky. It hits just as hard for opposite reasons. Way Off. You hear that? Respectfully, this is a good crew. They're good. People hate on them. It almost reminds me of how everyone hated on Joe Buck and Troy Aikman all the time. And then they leave, and it's like, hold on a second. They were actually really good. They saved this horrible NFL game. That's not fun at all. Like, they made it a little interesting. But Breen saying shots going in before they do sometimes suck. That's ESPN's fault, not his. Final grade for ESPN. We all know exactly. Know exactly where we're going with this. F. A huge F. Terrible. The fact that this is a worldwide leader in sports, they have more redeeming qualities than Bally Sports does, but it should be way better. It should be. It should be so much better than this. They have endless funds, man. They have Disney money. How is it so bad? Huh? You want to fix your halftime show? You know what would be better? Either A, just do 100% commercials and cut down the commercials in the middle of the game. Or B, you know what? Hit up a couple of famous fans for both teams. Bring them on. Let them talk and debate or something at halftime show. That would be better. That would be so much better. It's an F. Horrible. Just horrible. How long did the red line around the 3-point line last for ESPN when someone shot a 3? Oh my God, I forgot about that. I think they still show how far they shot it from, don't they? Just trying to do way too much. Just terrible. All right. Exactly what you're getting into when you hear this song. Banger. Score bug? Great. I actually think this song gives me it's way too late. My team is about to get waxed by the Nuggets 5. That game, that one gives me it's 11:30 p.m. My team is down by 17 to the Warriors. We just got back from a timeout. They're previewing the post-game show. And I'm sitting there like this. but it's still iconic nonetheless. It's a great score bug. It's really good. I see who's in the bonus. I see timeouts. I still don't like the seeding thing. I get it. I do get it. I still don't love it, though. I guess, have they always done that? I don't know. Right here, I see what it is. Eastern Conference Finals. You know, maybe a little bit more pageantry. Maybe a little bit more pageantry. You know, like baseball, when they get to the playoffs, they have like the little ribbons and stuff around the fields, and they kind of like incorporate that into the broadcast a bit. I do like that. I think baseball broadcasts do a really good job of the pageantry. You know, I like the NBA logo here. And if TNT somehow got involved in the finals, I could see them like incorporating like the Larry O'Brien trophy somehow right here. And it would look so nice. Buntings. Yeah, the little buntings. But it's a great score bug. And really, throughout their history, they've had some great score bugs. Like, all of these look cool. I think my personal favorite... See, I like how they took this minimalistic design, which is admittedly just really boring, right? But they took this and upgraded it to this. Still minimalistic, but it's just a little bit cleaner. It looks better, right? ESPN's in the business of downgrading. TNT's upgrading. I respect that. I always like this one. It's a little chaotic, but maybe it's just super nostalgic for me, this one right here. Yeah, I do kind of like the cartoon one. It feels very 90s. This one right here might be my favorite, though. Only because they had this little gadget right here. This little gadget would kick out. It would extend out, and it would tell you, like, interesting stats. This one's probably my favorite. Also very nostalgic, though. But elite scoreboard. Just elite presentation in general. The song is great. The logo is cool. Then we have the Inside the NBA crew. What more needs to be said? Iconic, classic. Once in a lifetime. This is actually once in a lifetime television. This is actually once in a lifetime television. We will never see a grouping like this again. Let's just enjoy it. Many people have tried to replicate it. They will continue to try and replicate it. I don't know what TNT is going to do once this crew is done. But, yeah, Chuck's definitely about to say some crazy shit. But classic, hilarious, funny. This is just exactly what it needs to be. Either be super analytical and be super X's and O's, or just be what it should be, fun and entertaining. This is what ESPN doesn't get. It's not the end of the world, right? Nobody really cares about what you're saying. We just want to be entertained. We want to have fun. We want to laugh. We want to enjoy watching us fucking sport. TNT gets that perfectly. ESPN thinks that they're like... you know, solving world hunger any time a broadcast starts. It's like, dude, you're talking about the Heat and Nuggets finals game. Game 4. TNT Inside the NBA has evolved into the best crew and has been the best for close to 10 years. Oh, it's not even close. Not even remotely close. Like, every ESPN show, it's like, this player is better. If this player does this, is he better than this player all time? If this player is better than this player. Oh, yeah, on Twitter today, because I was getting so annoyed of the Dirk stuff. I got some Dirk stuff. I'm just going to save it for a video. I'm so annoyed of how people talk about Dirk on Twitter and how it's almost rarely anything fun or appreciating how great Dirk it was. It's just, yeah, Dirk, like, this player's better than Dirk. This player's better than Dirk. That player's better than Dirk. That's how it always is. It's very annoying. Would be nice if they actually watch some other games, though. Oh, yeah, you really can't listen to this group for, like, legit basketball analysis. But they're just fun. They're just fun. Then we have the Tuesday crew, which I will say is getting better. Their Tuesday broadcast is getting better. Lefko, I think it's a little bit too much shit. I think he's fine. They brought in Jamal Crawford, who's way better than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's absolutely sucked. I'm so happy they got that charisma suck off of the broadcast team. Terrible. I like Candace. I think Candace is good. I think Candace Parker is good. I think this crew is obviously a major step down from their this crew's a major step down from the Thursday ones, obviously. But I think they're better. They're improving. They're getting better. It's been really bad. It's been like really bad in the past with some of the crews they've tried, but it has gotten noticeably better. Harlan and Reggie Miller, classic, iconic. I was thinking about this whenever I was watching a game. Harlan has a great voice too. He doesn't have the classic, go-to phrases the way that, he doesn't have the bang, but he has the good. The bang is more iconic than the good, but the good is also iconic. Good! Why do you still wear lady glasses? These are your mom. She gave them to me this morning. I didn't have any whenever I was leaving. Yeah, the players only broadcast was a catastrophe. But anyways, Reggie Miller. I realize this. Reggie Miller is terrible. Reggie Miller is terrible whenever it's your team. When it's not your team, he's not so bad. I've noticed that. He's a flamethrower is great. When it's your team, it can be really rough. Steve Kerr was really good on these, actually. I don't think Reggie is great. Yeah, their calls, they have some legendary calls. When Luka hit that step back over Cam Johnson in Game 7. Oh, he's shredding him. Ooh! That gives me chills every time I hear it. Is this the dagger is great. The he's shredding him is an iconic call. That one will always live in my brain. The good is great. He's hotter than fish grease. That was Mark Jones. He's shredding him. Woo! God, it gives me chills. Is Breen? Yeah, I think Breen is the one who puts it up and puts it in. But Harlan Harlan is S tier too. I think Breen is a little bit better, but Harlan is absolutely S tier. See, I think C-Web was very good in like the halftime shows. He was not good at all as a color commentator. And it was made even worse that he was paired with fucking Marv Albert. That duo was horrible. I was trying to find a video whenever I was making this. I could not find it anywhere, but it's around. I remember seeing it and was crying laughing. Where Marv Albert and Chris Webber, there must have been something wrong with their headphones, were talking at the same time during a broadcast. It makes me cry laughing every time it does pop up. Is Brent Barry still doing the games? Yeah, Harlan does a lot of sports. They usually all do a bunch of sports. But this is a good duo. They've grown. They like Reggie Miller when it's not the Mavericks. I think he's fine. Then we have these two, and then we have. I honestly did not remember their names. Then we have Brian Anderson, and they brought in Stan Van Gundy this year. Yeah, Marv Albert a few years ago. He was really bad. Yeah, Jim Jackson. Oh, Jim Jackson, Ian Eagle. Duh. Of course that was Ian Eagle. Duh. Oh, wait, no. I think Van Gundy's pretty good. I thought Stan did pretty good. They threw him into March Madness, too, and I thought he did pretty good. Yeah, I think Brian Anderson's good, too. Yeah, isn't Brian Anderson, doesn't he do Brewers games? Or he does some baseball games, too, right? Like he's a baseball play-by-play guy for some team. But anyways, just elite through and through. Yeah. A+. A+. Yeah. Just great. It's exactly what I want in a. It's the standard. It's the standard. Well, that's all we got. Those are all of the big broadcasting groups. Oh wait a second. What? Oh. We have a new addition. A late entry. A new entry. The slightly biased show. Elite presentation and broadcasting in its heyday before YouTube copyright strikes struck down with the wrath of God. Hotline Bling is a good song. It's a good song. I actually agree. Classic presentation. Oh, look at this. We have some highlights from this past year. The bad and the good. Let's look at some, shall we?
There is still this one last thing to execute, and Cleveland will throw it up ahead. They will now get to inbound.
Oh, this was when Maxi Kleba or whoever it was threw that terrible inbound pass that went out of bounds against the Spurs that led to the Mavericks going to overtime against the Spurs. This was no joke the moment right here this season where I said, yep, tank. It's over. Even though they won this game, this was the moment right here. Look at this face.
There is still this one last thing to execute, and Cleveland will throw it up ahead. They will now get to inbounds the ball right back here.
What the fuck
What?
is going on?
We
This
don't-
team sucks.
They're
man.
fucking terrible.
Fucking lose this game and let's shut it down.
They will.
This team fucking sucks.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The good. What could there have possibly been good? Steve's on the floor. Lots of length
Oh,
for
the
the
Maxi Kleba buzzer
for the
beater.
Lakers. Pinson. Great moment. Barely gets it into Kyrie. Kyrie. Maxi for the win. Oh! Maxi Kleba wins it at the buzzer.
Stop being so excited.
Oh my God!
Stop being so excited.
Maxi Kleba.
No reason to be excited, buddy. It literally all goes downhill from here. Like, literally, that was it. That was the end.
No way! Maxi Kleba just did that. What an unbelievable shot!
It was a crazy-ass shot. I'm trying to see if I say he saved the season.
What an unbelievable shot by Maxi!
That was an amazing shot.
That play was going
Polak.
absolutely nowhere.
I know I said he just saved the season at some point. I was waiting. Mamu, there goes that man. That's right. That was the game. Mamu, there goes that man. Let's go back to the bad. Where are we going here?
My entire screen went black, guys.
Oh, God. Here we go. This was the last game before I finally took my computer in to get fixed. Look at this.
My entire screen went black, guys.
Oh, Christ. Look at the score, by the way. I have lost some weight since this. I have lost some weight since this. It was over. Look how choppy this shit was. Oh my God. This was a sad moment.
It's over. I gotta cut the stream off, guys. This is too bad. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I really
God.
am.
The hilarious thing is you guys wanted me to keep
I'm
streaming.
like looking at it on my phone. I'm getting fucking motion sickness.
I was just about to say motion sickness.
I'm sorry, guys.
I streamed for another 15 minutes somehow.
Not up to snuff.
Watch.
Listen,
I only
Go-
missed a week though. I had a heat sink issue.
it's just an elaborate.
I was very
It's
sad.
just an elaborate.
Just an elaborate? What? I don't finish my sentences a lot.
Elaborate. It's just an elaborate.
It's just an elaborate what?
Slightly.
Oh my God, what is
Do you
going
watch
on?
other games? That's not the problem. I can't watch any games. Guys, the Mavericks performance has nothing to do with the things happening. Okay, let's watch. Here. Take some more. Okay.
Lost my mind. It all ended up working out. I thought it was going to be way worse than it ended up being. I only have 3 things in the good. Which is this? Oh, here it is. Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving 10 minutes before this. 10 minutes before this.
What the fuck did I tell you? Huh? He must have listened to me. Cuban pulled his head out of his ass for 10 seconds and listened to me. Huh? Oh my God. All right, you guys have to excuse the appearance. I literally just got back from the gym.
I was putting high schoolers in a blender.
Shower.
Oh my God.
It's
crazy.
ghastly. But I just had to go live immediately. I had to go live immediately. This is next level shit, man. I cannot believe this. The Mavericks actually traded for Kyrie Irving. Unbelievable. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little bit more than I was expecting. The package is a little bit more than I was expecting. I'm hoping this means that there's some, wink wink behind the door, behind closed doors, under the table. Hey, you're going to stay in the summer, right, Kyrie?
Man. Really thought. We really, really thought. We really thought that we were turning the corner there. The bad. Dallas Mavericks versus New Orleans Pelicans. Oh, this is the 3rd game of the season. A failed buzzer beater 3 attempt.
It's off. And here we go. Dorian is inbounding. Reggie, Luka, Dinwiddie, and Maxey.
Here we go. I'm assuming the Mavs are going for the win. Chat just looks so much better now. They find Luka. Prayer for the win. Mavs lose a bad three-point shot. Mavs are now 1-2. Two completely and totally inexcusable fucking losses to start this season. I blame everything. Why do we keep running that shot at the end of games? It's a fucking bad shot. Woohoo! Man, you guys need to remember, whatever I'm feeling, whenever I think the team's going to be good, it's emotion. It's raw. It's on my sleeves. I don't hide it. Towards the end of the season, I was like, oh, Mavs lost again. Oh, my God. What a terrible shot, man. That is such a bad 30
fucking
shots.
play.
Jesus Christ.
Stop running that fucking play, please.
This was such an embarrassing
I'm
loss.
disgusted by this shit, man. I'm about to get off. Jesus Christ.
This is the classic.
I'll go live tomorrow.
This is the classic slightly biased move here. I'm about to get off. I'll go live tomorrow. A whole hour left of streaming. Oh, that is classic. That is classic slightly biased behavior right there.
I'll go live tomorrow. Thursday I won't stream. So next Mavs game I'll stream is Saturday.
That's classic. All right, guys, I'm getting off. Stream's another hour and a half. All right, we have one more the good. What could this possibly be?
God.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, Luka's got to miss it. Got to get the rebound. Crazy shit can happen. You never know. The Mavericks have given up offensive rebounds twice in this same exact situation, by the way. Luka! Oh my God! Luka Doncic! Luka Doncic just tied the game! Oh my fucking God! This is one of the biggest carry jobs I have ever witnessed.
Oh, man. This season sucked, dude.
Got the offensive rebound himself and the putback. Carry job.
This was when life was good, man. Jumping up and down with joy.
Oh my God!
I didn't even know I was capable of that.
Luka Doncic just tied the game. Oh my fucking God!
And then, of course, he ends up scoring 60 points. 60, 20, 10 game. You were there. Damn. Did you stay for the whole thing? The Mavs are third in the West here. All right, what's the last bad? Oh, God. Oh, God.
Fucking gross.
This is next level rage here. Anytime a Mavs game went bad and I streamed for nearly 2 hours following the game, it was next level rage. Tim Hardaway Jr. 0 of 3 on free throws. Dorian 0 of 2 on free throws. That allowed that play to happen, by the way. Otherwise, it'd be a tie game. Here we go. 2.4 left. What dog shit shot are we getting here? A Luka prayer from half court, I'm guessing. Dinwiddie, they get it into Luka. Luka 3 for the win. Why is that the shot, man? Why is that the shot again, man?
Holy
Fuck.
shit.
This team at the end of games is infuriating. Oh my God. What date even was this? 5 months ago? Oh, I'm guessing it was around Christmas time.
My downstairs neighbors probably really enjoy that.
The Christmas vibes are pretty good.
Like, how do they lose in the worst ways possible? That's really what I want to know. Right? You lose games, whatever. How do you manage to make it as bad as possible?
Oh, it only gets worse, buddy.
Literally how?
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Hey, Mark, if you're the billionaire you want to claim you are, build a basketball court on the private jet. Okay? At least that extends out to the free throw line. Okay?
God, this game was terrible.
I'm sure you're on the way to Chicago right now. I bet that's a fun plane ride.
I'm pretty sure I ripped down the Christmas tree.
So good about this game up until the very end. So bad. Well, practice free throws. Light went off. Mavs. Hey guys. Maybe you should practice free throws.
God, I want the Mavericks to be good next year so bad. Was that all of them? Yeah, the Luka dunk. I mean, that would have been an iconic ass win. Here was our most viewed streams from the season. The Mavericks trading for Kyrie Irving. Breaking news stream was our most. The Kyrie Irving's debut stream was the most watched watch party. 98 streams total for watch parties. 98 total streams for watch parties. 47 total day streams. We streamed a lot this year. I'm pretty proud of that number. I'm actually pretty proud of that number. Over 150 streams. Wait, no, that's not right. Over 140 streams. 145 streams. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that number. Especially considering there were like 3 different things outside of my control that led to me not streaming for like a week at a time. Computer problems, copyright problems. Yeah, I saw the Luka photo. Lost to Detroit on them shooting 47% on free throws. Yeah, there were so many bad losses, man. Sally, don't forget, Starfield Conference is Sunday. Oh, yeah. I usually don't watch those conferences live. I just get the little tidbits. $9,050 subscribers. You know, I was a little disappointed in the growth of the channel this year. But I went back and I looked. And we ended the season last year at around 5,000 or so subscribers. So if you just look at it like that, we actually did gain quite a bit. We actually did gain quite a bit. So while the numbers didn't necessarily get as high as I wanted, if you just look at it from a percentile growth, a percentage growth, nearly doubling subscribers is pretty good. And if we did that again next year, man, we're knocking at 20,000, and then it's just, you know, it's a snowball effect. Just got to keep grinding. I think this will be a big off season too. I think this will be a big off season. I'm not going to be like out of town for a month like I was last off season. Like, it's going to be a big off season. Final grade for Slightly Biased this year. I mean, it was so good. It was so good, I don't even have a grade that really exists in the English language yet. I don't even have a grade that exists in the English language. I got a Zorn. You guys don't even know what that means. You need to cover every team this offseason? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, the grade formerly known as Slightly Biased. Hope you guys enjoyed my PowerPoint. I had fun doing these. Maybe this could be like a Friday stream thing, like a PowerPoint. Do you guys like it? Let's get some feedback. Do you guys like the PowerPoint?
Free agency will be huge around the league. I know. It will be. Maybe every Friday we do a PowerPoint or something. B-Dot actually enjoyed it. That means it was really good because B-Dot's been on his hating shit lately. B-Dot's been on his hater tip lately. I'm working on getting the 100K. Whew. That was fun. Damn, that was over an hour. I was gonna actually clip that and put it on YouTube. But that's too long. What did I miss? Oh, we did a whole PowerPoint presentation. We need to investigate Zion. Well, boys, unless there's something that happened while I was streaming, that will do it for me. I'm going to post a video tomorrow. I don't know what of yet. I'm kind of thinking, because trades are going to start happening. The Mavericks made the Christian Wood trade around this time last year while the finals were happening. I'm kind of thinking it might be time to revisit. Yeah, I'm actually very excited about the Rangers Rays series. I think it might be time to make the some mock trades recently. Make the second version of this. The second annual 5 trades I don't want the Dallas Mavericks to make. I made this video in May. Holy shit. Now, I have to be very careful with what I do here because well, you guys know what it means. And I'm not going to cheat the system. You too, Luke. I'm not going to cheat the system. I'm going to actually do players I don't want. I'm not going to cheat the system at all. I'm not going to cheat the system. So we'll see. We shall see. I think I might do this tomorrow. What did I say about the Christian? It's Russell Westbrook. Now, understand. Who did I have in? This is the reason why I'm doing this whole thing. It's Christian Wood. I do not want Christian Wood on the Dallas Mavericks. I tweeted something out and got some shit for it that I would rather have Dwight Powell starting in the starting lineup next year in the trade for Christian Wood, and people lost their minds because people didn't process the fact that I said trade for Christian Wood. Okay, Christian Wood, a good player, borderline all-star player, right? He does what he does pretty well, right? But understand, and Mavs fans are starting to do this thing again, where I was sun-kissed. Just get players for nothing. In order to get Christian Wood, you would have to give up something of value, and I do not think Christian Wood moves the needle enough for the Mavs to actually give up value. Okay. Remember how much we hated Kristaps Porzingis? I mean, we hated the guy. We wanted him off the team badly and celebrated the day he was traded for, at the time, was not a great return. Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans, obviously, it ended up working out for the Mavs. What do you think Christian Wood's bringing to the table? He's a center who shoots. His offensive skill set is nice, don't get me wrong. But defensively, what do you think you're getting? What do you think you're getting? You're either getting one of two things. You're getting a player who is not good defensively at all, or two, you're getting a player who just does not try defensively. And I don't want either of those things on the team. And in fact, there's been issues have followed Christian Wood wherever he has gone. Okay, I'm not in the locker rooms. I can't say whether or not a guy is good or bad in a locker room. But the reality is, everywhere Christian Wood has been, there have been issues. I just do not want guys like that on the team currently. I really don't, especially if it's a decent talent. If it's a really good talent, maybe I could look past it, right? But in Christian Wood's case, I don't know. And again, the reason why I'm against it is because I don't want to give up anything of value for Christian Wood. I don't think it'd be. Holy shit, I was so right, man. Jesus. Where are my other trades? Russell Westbrook. Okay, Christian Wood, Russell Westbrook, Julius Randle, Jonathan Isaac. That's only 4, right? Christian Wood, Russell Westbrook, Julius Randle, Jonathan Isaac. Who's the 5th one? Would it be cool to have this 2027 first round pick and some financial flexibility? But seeing this tweet, made me realize what went on. And a lot of people are shitting on them for this. I can't in good faith do that. Okay, we know the number one deterrence to stop the mass shooting crisis is not tweeting. We know that. What was I wait, what was I we what know was I cooking? What was I cooking in this video? What was going on in this video? What was I cooking? The Rockets are looking to dump Woods. You will notice that I don't even have Christian Wood on here.
5 minutes later.
Wait, are you guys fucking kidding me? I don't know if, I think this song is copyrighted. Da 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 da.
12 later.
Mavericks are sending Boban, Sterling, Mount, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and 26. That's all. No, I mean nothing players. No offense to these guys, but in the grand scheme of things, literally nothing players for the Mavs. And 26, which that is a fucking highway robbery. God, I was in such a better mood about the Mavericks then. Like I was always in such a better mood. That actually makes me think. I actually want to go back to that stream. I need you guys, if you guys weren't there, I need you to realize how it went down. I need you to realize how it went down. This hit right here. Christian Wood traded the Dallas Mavericks. Tell me somebody timestamped it. There it is. I had a full stream planned. Wait, are you guys fucking kidding me? Wait. Are you? I need you guys to realize. You guys possible to trade. I think you have to wait a full calendar year, don't you? Nice job right there, Embiid. Where are you at defensively? What? I was just meant to say fits into the Josh Richardson trade exemption. It was like so. Hold on, I'm really trying to figure out. Just a good player. Like y'all. Points worse. I'm really trying to figure out how quickly it happened. The Mavs trade for. So if you want a more in-depth. Wait, here we go. I already talked about him in the video of guys I like. Someone's got to block him out. Team. Where did I talk about? This. Anyways, it was right around here. It is 27. Like, does that match their timeline? I'm not entirely sure. 256. Spurs. Jakob Poeltl. 3 minutes later. Wait, are you guys fucking kidding me? 3 minutes later. Literally 3 minutes after I said I didn't want them to trade for Christian Wood, they traded for him. What the fuck? If you guys weren't here last offseason or haven't been around much, you need to understand you have to be in here for off-season streams. You have to be in here. Shit just happens. Shit just happens. I can't explain it. I wish I had an explanation for you. I don't. Shit just happens. I'm doing my video tomorrow. It's time. What was the date on the Wood trade? It was this day. It was June 15th. It was a random day. See, like the trade deadline stream, like, yeah, of course there's going to be big trades on there. Like this literally,
The trade happened while I was on
wait.
stream.
Are you guys fucking around with me? Wait. Oh man. Next year, Maverick's gonna be good, and I'm gonna be a happy boy. Today was a very fun stream, by the way. This was one of the best streams in a long time, actually. I'm gonna start doing more stuff like this. I'm gonna start creating content to do on streams instead of just looking at tweets. Although I do like tweets when it's a heavy news day. When it's a heavy news day, we'll definitely look at tweets. I'm also excited to be live for free agency this year. I wasn't last time because I was out of town. So I'm excited to be live for the trade deadline this year. Or the first day of free agency, because that's always a fun day too. Like I said, you're a nice change of pace for what passes as sports talk currently. Thanks for that. Thanks, Paul. That's really nice. Yeah, the draft is less than 2 weeks away, right? Is it a week from Thursday? I'm actually probably going to skip out on my softball games to stream it. Yeah. When can we expect the Dirk video? The me ranting about Dirk video? It'll be a minute. It has to be the right time. I know, I got to cover the draft. Got to. What time is the stream starting on draft night? Probably like an hour or so before. Anyways, thank you guys very much for coming out. It was a very, very fun stream. Very, very fun stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys. All the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. Could have spent your Friday afternoon anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. Regular content on the channel. Donations, members, thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. Makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be live again on Monday. I will have a video out tomorrow and probably Sunday as well. Love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye.